Hello, and welcome to Mo Wiff's Fast Pitch, your fast-paced program for all things Mo Wiff. Before we get started this week, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date for all things Mo Wiff. On this episode of Fast Pitch, we're looking at the Week 3 preview. The first matchup of the week is the Melonheads versus the Archers. This is the 2023 championship rematch. There's a bit of a rivalry that goes back and forth between these teams, and it all starts with the captains. So let's take a look at Jason and Rory, two of Mo Wiff's best offensive players career-wise. Rory not playing in Season 1, but still having career stats up there with some of the highest members. These two represent two top-end bats. Another thing to look at in this matchup will be the pitching side. Jordan Smith playing against his old team, and James Klein going to make his second Mo Wiff start more than likely. So these are two arms we are definitely looking at as we expect Jordan to bounce back from the walk trouble of week 1 and James Klein to continue his dominance in his rookie season. So let's preview the Melonheads first. So the Melonheads, going into this week, they're going to need to put up some runs. Their team is highly dependent on their bats, as we have mentioned in the past. Jordan Smith, Jason Worstenholm, Sam Eichenlaub, all seasoned vets, and should be able to try and put some runs on the board for this team. We're being told Ryan O'Rear will not be there for this one, so we are projecting the debut of a rookie, Bryson Livingston. Bryson will for sure insert that left-handed bat right into the lineup, and we may even see some innings from him in this matchup. So it'll be interesting to see how the pitching lines up for the Melonheads. We imagine Jordan will pitch a game, and then between Sam, Jason, and Bryson, can they fill in what needs to be a game 2? Looking over at the Archers, it seems pretty obvious that James Klein would go game 1. James Klein going to continue to build off of his success in week 1 against the Mojo as he picked up the win. After James Klein, the Archers have several options that they could go to. The most obvious choice would be Tony Cochran. Tony Cochran had a great postseason for the Archers last year, so him making his season debut would not be surprising. We may see Rory Rank come in and throw as Rory and threw a few more innings. Josh Richardson also a possible person to come in and throw some innings for the Archers. The other side of it could be they have Drew Maurer and Coulter Rance, two rookies on this roster as well that could pitch. So if either one of them will be there, there's an option that maybe they could pitch as well. It'll also be interesting to watch how the Archers use their offensive side of the game, as they are known for only batting 4. So they may have a tough decision on their hand on which 4 get to play. We may see a different lineup in different games, but either way, they have a lot of good big-time bats, as Rory is one of the best on-base bats with some sneaky pop in the league. And then you have Tony Cochran, who can do some damage, and Jay Rich, who had a great season last year offensively and the home run in week 1. So they've got a lot of pop in this lineup as well. Our second matchup of the night is the Thunderbirds versus the Purge. The Thunderbirds and Purge did not finish their game in week 1, so we'll finish out that extra inning. That'll be a lot of fun. Make sure you check that out on the live stream on Thursday night over on Twitch. The Purge versus the Thunderbirds. The key matchups in this series are absolutely all on the pitching side. The Thunderbirds have Spencer Foss, and the Purge will answer with Caleb Schweigert. Both of these guys last season were top-notch pitchers, and they're looking to continue that success here in Season 5. The second game matchup could easily be Dom Satrowski versus Colin Wilkerson. You may even see a sneak in from Andrew Nichols. But if we see that matchup of Dom versus Colin, another top-end matchup from last season, as they both produced fantastic stats from the previous year. And if they have to go to Andrew Nichols at any point in this series, he has been historically one of the best pitchers in Mo Wiff as well. So they are running 3 solid pitchers deep for this week, as we are not expecting Brody to be there yet. But I think it's going to come down to who can score the runs when they need it most. All of these guys are top-end pitchers for sure, so we're going to see absolute pitching duels in this matchup. But all it takes is a double walk and a hit, and you could potentially bust the game open, and that is all one of these teams needs. So that'll be what we look for, is which team can string it together and create some kind of offense in this matchup. These games will be a lot of fun on the live stream because you will see some of Mo Wiff's nastiest pitches on both sides of the ball. On the other side of the ball, we have the Purge. The Purge also had very quiet bats throughout game 1, and they started to come alive right at the end of the game before the rain eventually knocked us off the field. So the question will be is, did they have an offense that was stringing something together and can get hot? And then if you're the Purge, you're going to want to try and see that early and often as well. So like I said, both these teams are going to try and continue on that last inning success. And in the first game matchup, we're going to have a lot of trash talk and a lot of back and forth between two talented rosters. This week will be a lot of fun, so make sure you follow us over on Twitch so you can watch those games live. And if for some reason you missed them, they will be right here on YouTube, posted throughout the weekend. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Week 3 preview, and we will catch you guys on Thursday night.